Hey, this is Honest and True Cuber here. Today our video is on how to solve a Rubik's Cube using cube notation. Now, this video will include cube notation. If you do not know what that is, you can see my video on cube notation. If you want to skip cube notation altogether, you can go to my video on how to solve a Rubik's Cube without cube notation. Alright, so yeah, and those are going to be in the link in the description. And yeah, let's get started. So here the cube I have is a Dan Guhong with stickers. A V2, yeah, V2. It's pretty nice. Anyways, so let's get started. I'm gonna give this cube a scramble. Alright, that's pretty scrambled. So I'm gonna give you an overview of how to solve it first. First, you want to make a cross, which is basically a plus on the top face. Which is usually why I use white, because it was my first face or my first layer, because it stands out against the other colors. Like, yeah, okay. And basically it's a plus on the top, and each pair, for example here I have a finished pair, each pair has to be like these two oranges and these two whites, so this edge is like in the correct place, and like these two are the same and these two are the same, so it's like this, you know, like a half of a bow or something, right? And yeah, so I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Yeah, I'll show you how to do this later. Okay, so here I have a finished cross. See how, if you get this out of the way, these, there's a plus on the top, right? And each side has this strip, so each of these edges are in the right place. You see that? And yeah. So that's the cross. Second step is to put these four corners in the right place. And at the end of that, you'll have a T of this center color. Okay, so like after you're done with this step, these three will be blue, and along with that. And same with this, these three will be red, and along with that, these three will be green along with that, and these three will be orange along with that. So yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm done with the corners. So as you can see there's a T on each side like this, and the top is all white. Okay, so those are the two requirements for this at the end of the second step. You want a T on each side and the white on the top. Alright, now after this you flip the cube over and you want to put these four edges in the right place. So after you're done with this step, if you cover up the top, all of this on the bottom will be done. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so you see how all this is done? Alright. The fourth step is to make a plus on the yellow side. So the opposite of white is yellow. So you want to make a plus on the yellow side. However, unlike the white cross, you don't need the strips on each side. You just need a yellow cross on the top. So I'll show you what that looks like. So like that. So you can take these two out. Oh, if you take these two out, you see how there's a cross on the top. Okay, and then each side is not there. See, like this isn't right and this isn't right, but that doesn't matter. All you need is a cross on the top. Now the fifth step is to make the top all yellow. But however, the cube is not going to be solved. The top is going to be all yellow, but these are not going to be right. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. So see how the top is all yellow? Alright, now the sixth step is to put the corners in the right place. And to put the corners in the right place, okay, like I'll show you what that looks like. So you see how all the corners are in the right place? Alright, and then the last step is just to solve the cube. You're going to have 3 or 4 edges that are wrong. And I'll show you what that looks like. And you solve the cube. Alright, so that's the overview, okay? I'm going to show you how to do all of that. So I'm going to give this cube another scramble. And we'll start with the first step, the cross. So the cross, how you do the cross is basically you find your four edges or pieces with two stickers on them, the middle pieces basically. You find your four white edges. So I have 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and you want to put all of them onto the top face. So, for example, here I could turn it like this and put them both up like that. You see that? So, like that, that's one. And then here's another one. Here's on the bottom, so I can do that and put it up, right? And then here, this one here is flipped. So how you do these flipped ones? These flipped ones are pretty annoying. How you do these? You turn them sideways, okay? And this needs to go up. So what you can do is you put it up, you kick that one out, right? Like that. And then this other one here needs to come back. So what you do is you put the one where the space, because it's the only one that's left. You turn it over the place where it's going to come back, because you know that that's going to come back in this space. So you want to put this space over that area, this spot here, and then when you move it back, it'll go in there, and all 4 of the cross pieces will be in place. Now, when you're done with that, you'll notice that not all of them are in the right place. You see that? Only one of them is in the right place. So you turn the top face until you have as many pieces in the right place as possible. So in this case, I can turn it like that and see that I have 2 in the right place. You see that? And these 2 aren't in the right place. So these 2 need to be switched. How you switch them is you turn one of them off. It's kind of like what we just did. You turn one of them off, okay, like this, onto the bottom. Then you take this, you see that's white and blue, you turn it until it matches up with the blue center, its own center, okay? So you see how it matches up like that? And then you turn it 180 degrees onto the top, kicking this other wrong one out. So you see how we have that pair? And then we just kicked that one out, so we need to put this one in this right place. So this one's on the bottom now. You move it over until that orange matches up with its center, so it's orange and orange, right? And then you put it up 180 degrees like that. So you've got four pieces all in the right place, and these are all in there, in the right place. Alright, that's the first step. So the second step is putting the corners in the right place. So how to put the corners in the right place, you want to match this corner. So find a white piece, a white corner on the bottom. So here I have 2. I'm going to use this one, okay? It's not going to always be on the bottom, but it's not always going to be on the bottom, but I'll show you how to get them on the bottom later. Those are called special cases, okay? So here, if you take this piece and you move it until this other piece, the side opposite white, matches up with the center. Okay, so this is red and blue, that doesn't match. Red and red, now it matches, okay? And you see which side it is on, okay? See it on, if you face this and the white's on the top, the white is on the right side, okay? Now for example, this one here, if I match it up, it's going to be on the left side. So it could be possible, it's either on the right or the left, but we're talking about this piece right now. Anyways, it's on the right side. So if it's on the right side, you do this algorithm, okay? D, F, D prime, F prime, okay? And you see how it's in now? Okay. So now you find another piece. So this piece, oh, perfect. This piece is same thing, red, right? But it's on the left side now. So how you do it on the left is basically the opposite of what the algorithm that I just told you. So it's D prime, F prime, D, F, okay, to put it in. Alright, now, yeah, we have both of the special cases here. Okay, so the 2 special cases in the first step are either it's on the white's on the bottom here, or the white's on the top on this over here like this. Okay, so I'll do this one first. So this, what you do is if you turn it so if it's here, okay, and you get it out, this piece is not going to be there anymore. So what you gotta do is you gotta turn it under where there's no white corner. So you see how there's no white corner on top of it, like this, right? So this piece isn't white, and that one down there is under that space, okay? So what you do is you turn it so it's like this, and you do R prime D R, okay? R prime dr, and then it'll be out somewhere, okay? And so what you do is you match it up like this, and you do the algorithm to get it in. And in the process, we just got that one out. So if you saw what I did there, the algorithm to get that out is the same as the algorithm to put this in. Okay, it's just L D prime L. Okay, L prime. And then this, of course, is just that same finger thing. So you put it in. So that's the second step, first layer done. Okay, so see, I've got that T on each side, right? And the top is all white. Now you turn the cube over and you do the third step. The third step is putting these 4 edges in, right? If you remember from the overview. And what you do is you find a piece on the top layer, okay, that has no yellow on it. So, for example, this piece here has no yellow on it. So what I do is I take this piece and I turn the bottom 2 layers until this blue matches up with the center. So blue and green, that's not right. Blue and red, that's not right either. Blue and orange. I mean blue and blue, right? Same color, that's right. So now you look at which way this piece wants to go. But what I mean by that is, does it want to go here or here? So left or right, okay? So if you look at how you determine that is blue and orange. You see the piece has blue and orange on it, right? Blue and orange, do you see that? So that piece wants to go this way. That piece wants to go left. So if it wants to go left, okay, the algorithm is U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. See how it's in there now? So that was left. Now I'm going to find one that has to go right. So here's one that has to go right. Okay, and the algorithm for that is exactly the same as that one, except for everything's on the right side. Okay, so in this case, you would match it up, and then you do the following algorithm. So U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. Okay, so that is how you get that piece in. And now we're going to find, okay, we can do it again. So here's one with no yellow. I'm going to match it up with my center, and it's right. So I'm going to do the algorithm. Okay, and then this last one, this one wants to go left. So I match it up with the center, and I do the algorithm for the left side. Okay, so you see how the bottom 2 layers are all done now? Alright, so now the fourth step is making that cross on the yellow side. So for the cross on the yellow side, there's multiple cases, okay? But you only need to know one algorithm. So the algorithm that I'm going to teach you is to solve this case. So this case is basically this case is where there's a line. So if you took these 2 away, you see how there's a line on the top? So when there's a line, this is how you do it, okay? This is the algorithm. So you hold the line like horizontally, like not parallel to your body, not facing your body like this, okay? You want it parallel, okay? And this is how you do it. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Oh, I got lucky. The top face solved after I skipped step 5. Anyways, okay? And so that was the 4th step, and luckily I just solved the 5th step along with it. Okay, and here is the second case for it, where there's an L. So if you took out these 2 pieces, you see how there's an L? Well, backwards L. That's a L. Okay, but you want to hold it so it's backwards, like this. Okay, so how you do that is what you do is you do the same algorithm, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and you get the line, okay? And then you do it again, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and you get the cross on the top, okay? And then the third case is nothing. Shoot. Okay, so if you took these out, I mean, yeah, I mean, you see how these four edges, there's no part of the cross that's on there. So there's just a dot in the middle. That's why it's called, in this case, it's called dot case, okay? And how you do this one is you do the algorithm 3 times. So the first time, it doesn't matter which way you do it. I mean, it's a dot no matter which way, which side you look at it, right? So you do the algorithm with F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, right? Then it's an L, so you turn it until it's backwards. Backwards L, right? And you do it again, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And there's a line, so you do it again, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. So you got a cross on the top. Okay? So that was the 4th step. The 5th step is making the top all yellow. So how you do that is you first you count how many corners you have wrong, okay? So basically what I mean by how many corners you have wrong are how many corners are not showing yellow on the top. Okay, so the corners are these pieces here, okay? If you look at it, only this piece is yellow. These 3 are not yellow, so that means I have 3 corners wrong, okay? So when you have 3 corners wrong, okay, you hold it so that only yellow piece is on the bottom left of your top face, of your yellow face. So see how I have it on the bottom left of the top face? If you hold it like that and you do the algorithm, it's really easy to remember. As up, over, down, over, up, twice down, but the notation for that is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R. Okay, and you do it again and again until you solve the top. So here I have 3 corners wrong again, right? And this yellow needs to be on the bottom left, right? The only yellow piece needs to be on the bottom left. So I hold it like that. And I do it again, up, over, down, over, up, twice down. Okay, and see how I solve the top face? However, you're not always going to have 3 corners wrong. Sometimes you can have 2 corners wrong. So for example, like this. Okay, so you see how there's 2 corners wrong? So what you want to do when there's 2 corners wrong is hold it, so there's a yellow piece, yellow sticker on the top left of your front face. So the face that's facing you, the side that's facing you should have a yellow piece on the top left corner of it, okay? And that's only when there's 2 corners wrong. Get that right. It's only when there's 2 corners wrong should you have a yellow. Hold the cube so that there's a yellow piece there, okay? And there's, okay? And so you do it, do the algorithm, up, over, down, over, up, twice down, okay? And there's 3 corners wrong, so I turn it so there's a yellow sticker, that only yellow sticker that's right over there. So I do like this, I do it again, right? And then that sticker there, again, right? So I hold it like that, and do it again, up, right? And see, now I have the top face all done again. And then the final thing is if all 4 corners are wrong. Like this, okay? So when all 4 corners are wrong, you want to have 2 sets, a set of stickers, yellow stickers like this, facing the left. Okay, so they're called headlights. Okay, so when you have something called like this, okay, they're called headlights. So you want your headlights on your left side, okay, and you do the algorithm, up, over, down, over, up, twice down, okay, and now you have 3 corners wrong. So I put that yellow piece here, and I do the algorithm, up, over, down, over, up, twice down, and you see I'm done, okay. So that's the 5th step. So to summarize, you count how many corners you have wrong, 2, 3, or 4, okay. You can have 2 corners wrong, 3 corners wrong, or 4 corners wrong. And then you position the cube the way I told you to for each number of corners wrong. So it's different for everyone, but you have to position the cube correctly, and then you do the algorithm, and then you count them again, and then you do the algorithm, okay, and you do that until the top face is all yellow, okay. And if you need to apply the algorithm more than 3 times, that means you're doing something wrong. Okay? You shouldn't have to apply the algorithm more than 3 times before the top is all yellow. Okay, if you follow the rules I gave you. Alright, so now the sixth step. The sixth step is putting the corners in the right place. Okay, now there are 2 cases for this. Okay, so I'll go over the normal case. Let's call it the normal case first. Okay, basically, what you want to do is you want to look for headlights. So here, I found my headlights, and you want to put them on your right side. Okay, and you have to memorize this algorithm: R2, B2, R, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R. And then you turn the cube until all the corners are in the right place. Okay? Now, not all the time are you going to find headlights. I will show you. Okay, so here, sometimes you'll look around and you'll see that there are no headlights anywhere. Okay, you see that? No headlights. Okay? When you find that, what you do is what you do is you do the algorithm. You have to do the algorithm twice. So you turn it so it doesn't matter which side because there's no headlights. So you do the algorithm once: R2, B2, RF, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime. I mean R. Okay, and then you'll see that you have headlights, and you put them on your right side, and you do the algorithm again: R2, B2, R, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R, and then all your corners will be in the right place. And then the last step is to switch the edges. Okay. Now what you want to do when you do this is you want to determine which way the edges are going. So you see this red, it wants to go back there. The blue in that spot wants to go there, and the orange in that spot wants to go back to this spot. So you see how it's just kind of like a cycle. So in this case, the cycle is going clockwise. Okay. So when it's going clockwise, you put the solve side on your left. Okay, and you do the following algorithm: R2, U, F, B prime, R2, F prime, B, U, R2. Okay, and you have solved your cube. Now the other case is if they're going counterclockwise. So again, you put your solve side on your left, and it's the exact same thing except for in the second move is different, and the second to last move is different. The U and the U prime. Okay, in this case, you do the U prime first. So they're going counterclockwise. You put the solve side on your left, and you do the following algorithm: R2, U prime, F, B prime, R2, F prime, B, U prime, R2. Okay, so that's that. And then there's 2 special cases. Okay, sometimes you won't have a solve side. As you can see here, there is no solve side. Okay, so what you do is, because it's the same from all sides, you do one of the algorithms I just taught you. So I'm going to do the second one, and then you should end up with a solve side somewhere. So here, and then you do your other one. So you put your solve side on your left, and you determine that they're going counterclockwise. You see, right? And then you do the algorithm, and you solve the cube. And that's the first special case. And then the other special case is this one here. It looks basically the same, but if you're gonna go into real solving, it's different from the other one. Okay, but it's the way you deal with it is the exact same way as you deal with the other special case. You do it from any angle. You do one of the algorithms from any angle, like that, and you'll end up with the solve side. And you put that on, put it on your left to determine which way the edges are going. So this was clockwise, right? And you do the algorithm for clockwise. All right, and you're done. All right, and then I'm gonna do a couple of example solves for you using the method that I just taught you. Okay, so hopefully you can identify what I'm doing. Okay, something across. Okay, that's the first one. Here's another one. Let's do my cross. Okay, done with my first layer. Done with my second layer. Done with that. And then this. Alright, and then one last one, just for fun. Alright, so that, alright, okay. And then, okay, cross. First layer. First layer done. Second layer done. Oh, I got dot case. Yay. Alright. Alright, and then that, and then, alright. And then the last step. And I'm done. Alright. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you did not understand any of what I said, check out my notation video and my how to solve a Rubik's Cube without notation video. That one goes into a lot more depth. It's 50 minutes long though, so yeah. This one's just a short and sweet version of how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Alright, this is Honest and True Cuber here. If you liked the video, click like. If you want to see future videos of mine, please subscribe. I need it. And yeah, alright. Thanks guys. Bye.